I was a monster. I was a monster then, and I was a monster when I took Brittany Drexel's life.
We're in Georgetown, South Carolina for a plea hearing. 62-year-old Raymond Moody has been charged with murder, kidnapping, and criminal sexual conduct. 13 years earlier, Brittany Drexel, a 17-year-old from Rochester, New York, had gone to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, without her parents' permission, to celebrate spring break with friends. One night when she was alone, according to court documents, Brittany met Moody and his girlfriend, Angel Voss. The three went to a campsite, and after Voss left, Moody allegedly sexually assaulted and strangled Brittany to death, leaving her body in a wooded area. When Brittany's boyfriend didn't hear from her, he called Brittany's mother, who contacted police. Moody, a registered sex offender who previously served 20 years in prison for kidnapping and sexual assault, was an early person of interest. But he denied any involvement, and when investigators didn't have enough evidence to charge him, the case went cold. 13 years later, with the help of cell phone data, police were able to place Brittany's phone in the same spot as Moody's vehicle at the time she disappeared. Moody was arrested, and this time, when he was questioned about the case, he made a full confession.
What caused things to go? Nothing caused it to go mine. Yeah.
He also led police to the location of Brittany's remains. Today, Moody appears before Judge R. Farrell Cothran to enter his plea and hear his sentence.
Mr. Moody, you want to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
But before the judge imposes sentence, members of Brittany's family, who've waited 13 years for justice, deliver victim impact statements, starting with her adoptive father, Chad Drexel.
To lose her child, I mean, I'm gonna be her adopted dad. I loved her. First, I thought she would be found. However, days turned to months, and those months turned into years. Years of torture, wondering where my daughter was. And now, 13 years later, I find out the horrible, disgusting, and senseless way she was abducted and murdered. Every part of my being wants to say and do something about that, but my heart knows that I will not, and Brittany would not want me to go to jail over that.
The last family member to speak is Brittany's mother, Dawn Plecken.
Today, my daughter, Brittany, is here with me. I wear her picture and her ashes around my neck, today and every day for the rest of my life. That's all I have left after what you did to her. What gave you the right to put your hands on my daughter? I ask you, Judge Cothran, to sentence Raymond Moody to the fullest extent of the law, to make sure his last breath is taken in the cage where he belongs, where he will never harm another beautiful girl like Brittany again. Thank you.
Next, Moody makes a statement and references both of his sexual assault cases.
I was a monster. I was a monster then, and I was a monster when I took Brittany Drexel's life. I don't have the words to express how horrible I feel, and I've felt ever since that day. I'm very, very sorry. That's all I've got to say.
Finally, Judge Cothran delivers a few words to the defendant.
Okay, Mr. Moody, the acts that you did were horrific. And I hate it for this family and all the years they've gone through not knowing what happened to their loved one. And it's my job to sentence you appropriately. On the crime of murder, Sentence of the court is you committed to the State Department of Corrections for the term of your natural life.
For the kidnapping and sexual misconduct charges, Moody was sentenced to an additional 60 years in prison. He'll have no chance of parole. Moody's girlfriend, Angel Voss, cooperated with investigators and was never charged in the incident. Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video and catch full episodes on aetv.com.